ist so Zero, in der Fit, that you shit a house, we're gonna see, or no, it costs, or no, but that's no one. Here now on the side of the road in Colombo in Sri Lanka, just getting a fresh juice, bringing some food back. And this is a absolutely wonderful country. If you are from here and you watch these videos, please say hello in the comments below. Approaching a group of girls seems quite different because now instead of approaching one girl or talking to one girl, she's in a group. So how do you treat that differently? What are you supposed to do? Well, the first thing you got to think about, and in this case, I'm going to actually teach you right now how to figure something out on your own or how to learn, right? It's like you want to figure out how to approach that group of girls over there. So what you need to think is about the end goal. So we want to reverse engineer anything that we're trying to solve. So in this case, we're trying to solve what to do when there's a group of girls. So we start with the end in mind. What is the end in mind? Probably getting the number from the girl that you're interested in, or getting the girl attracted that you're interested in who's in that group. So now you know what the end goal is. So you have to think, what are the steps necessary to go over and talk to the group of girls and then get the end result? Well, you know now that the end result is just basically focusing on that girl that you like. So you need to make anything in your power for that to happen. So that means when you go over to the group, it's about eventually singling her out and talking to her and getting her attracted. Now, I know a lot of guys are like, well, that's duh, Trip. Like, I know that that's what I have to do, but what do I do about the friends? Do I distract them? Do I talk to them? Do I hit on them to make them feel more comfortable? Not so bad, the fact that I want their friend. Like, how do I handle that? Now, this may seem sort of counterintuitive, but really the best way to do this is to go up to the girl that you're interested in, whether or not she's in a group or not, but just going up to her and starting conversation and using your opening line and then conversing with her into the point where she's invested and attracted. And then from there, you just talk to the group as much as necessary. So what I'm telling you is you don't need to go over and get every single person that you're talking to interested in you. You can just focus on that one girl, and then as you're in the conversation with her, and as necessary, you can spark up conversation with the people that are next to her. And this is going to take more of social cues to know when and how to do that. One of my favorite lines to use when you're talking to the girl and you see that some of her friends are kind of looking over and they're feeling like a little left out, like you should start talking to them, is saying, oh, so how do you all know each other? And then that kind of gets you in there. Then that starts conversation with the friends. You can get to know the friends a little bit. But then, very important, starting with the end in mind, you always need to go back to the girl that you want to get attracted. And here's the thing. The group is going to notice you, especially if you're in a bar or a social setting. They're going to notice what's going on and what you're doing, and that's okay. Let them know, so then they will give you the space to talk to her. And if they want to intrude, then you talk to them. If they want to come in and talk, don't just ignore them. Talk to them, make conversation with them, and then get them to the point where they like you, and then going back to the girl. So again, it's just about reading the signs that are going on in the group conversation. All right, off now to downtown Colombo to check out one of the main cities here in Sri Lanka. Cue 15-second montage. So of course, you know, I'm talking about this concept of cold approaching, where you're approaching a girl who happens to be in a group, in any situation, social situation, during the day, at night, whatever. But I know that some of you will end up, you know, having a friend or a girl that you're in the friend zone with, or someone that you know in class, at school, through work, and she's in a group there. Well, just so you know, nothing changes. And I hope you know that if you are in that latter situation where you know that there's a girl that you already like, that you're already in communication with, that you're not just trying and focusing on her to be the one for you, because I've said this and I'll continue to say this, that you're wasting your time pining after one girl who's not interested. So it doesn't matter if she's in a group, if she's not in a group. Overall, it's just a bad idea. Now, I know that one of your concerns of approaching a girl in a group is the potential embarrassment of having to approach in front of other people. Listen, man, there is no quick hack or crazy technique I can tell you to get over this, except for actually doing the thing that scares you here.
Just do it!
You know, it's like, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to really give you the jump start to go over there and talk to them. Just remember this, is that you shouldn't be caring what people think, because whatever they're thinking is not necessarily a judgment on you, but it's a judgment on themselves. Anyone who's judging you for something is usually some sort of inner projection that they feel about themselves. So if they're saying like, oh my God, look at this guy talking to this girl, like, how, you know, why would he ever do that? Or, you know, thinking to themselves like, oh, that guy, he never has a shot with her. It's like, no one who has full self-esteem and really has respect for themselves would ever be saying or thinking something like that. And if they are, that means that they feel crappy about themselves. So just remember that if you ever go into it, to help you not have to care so much about what other people are thinking. But the real way to get over that fear is by just going over there and giving it a shot and trying it out.
Don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now.
So really quickly, let's just recap here, step-by-step plan. You see a girl, she's in a group. You're gonna approach her and just focus on her as if she's all alone. And then, whether that be in 5 seconds from the approach or maybe 2 minutes from you going over there and approaching, whatever the situation is, you look for the signs socially. If the people feel like they're obviously uncomfortable, or they're like, who is this guy? And they're just staring at you or not chatting with themselves, or they interject the conversation to start to talk to you and start to talk to her, right? It's only at those times that you can go in and say, oh, okay, these people want to start talking. You can interject and start talking to them, and you can say my line, which is, hey, well, how do you guys all know each other? And then talk to them just as much as absolutely necessary to get them to, you know, like you a little bit, and then understand that you're really over there to talk to the friend. And again, this could be you having to talk to the group for a long time. It could only be for a minute. There's no exact science, because every single social situation is going to be different when you're going over and approaching groups. But I just want you to know that at the end of the day, all it takes is going over and focusing on the girl, thinking with the end in mind. You're not trying to get numbers from all those people. You're not trying to attract all those people. You're just focused on her. To help you with conversation, I have my Chick Crack program that is free. Put a link in the description below. You can learn about the topics of conversation that women love to have, and you can learn what those are in the free video. So go ahead and get that. And my journey continues in the wonderful country of Sri Lanka. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.